So, what's up? Everybody's all quiet now.
Oh, you know what? I don't know. What is up?
Welcome to the podcast.
Yay!
Yes. Podcast for the week of January 9th, 2014.
Yeah, this week. Look at the date.
Yeah.
Today's the 10th.
No, it's still the 9th where I'm at. So, yeah.
It's noon.
No.
Yes, it is.
No.
We do not record these in advance and then release them 12 hours later. That way we get up-to-date information, but still make our weekly quota thing. It's noon right now.
Yes, and I'm sure you've convinced all of our viewers, John.
Probably not. Either way, I'm Phoenix.
We're young, and we're new, and I'm Big Tony, and we don't get to do live stuff yet.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Not until I get my stream fluid, and then I can help these nimwits on how to do it properly. With love, of course. I'm Vita Letum. Hi, guys.
And this is the Phoenix TV podcast.
All right, I have a question.
What's that question?
Most annoying mobile games.
Most annoying mobile games. You see, most of them are so annoying that I don't even touch mobile games anymore.
I know, I'm getting to that point too. All the microtransactions are pissing me off.
You know what the last mobile game I played on my phone?
Angry Birds.
Nope. I've never bought an Angry Birds version. I played it on the computer, but I've never bought it. Well, I've never played it free. I didn't even know that it was free. Anyways, the last one that I played was Tetris. I love Tetris. What can I say?
Nice.
Fair
yeah,
enough.
I downloaded Tetris Blitz.
Nice.
And I was like, I'll try this. But it sucks. And it's all, again, they've implemented microtransactions.
Did they really?
Yeah,
for
that's
Tetris?
what games...
How do you do that for Tetris? That's what
Tetris
I want.
Blitz, and so every game is only 2 minutes, and so to get like a really high score, you have to do stuff really fast. But you can get like power-ups and stuff that'll help you, and to get the really good power-ups, you have to pay for them. You know? And like there are ways to get it.
Okay.
Yes, but they make it nearly impossible.
Well, I get that, and you know, to be honest, I'm completely okay with that. Those are the type of microtransactions that I'm actually not entirely against. And the reason being for that is as long as it's still possible, and I would actually prefer them to overprice those items too in the microtransaction.
Yeah. So here's my problem lately. There's a game that I've been playing for well over a year now on my mobile phone. And it's about the only game that I've been playing, except for when that one was busy doing stuff. I played Angry Birds, Star Wars, or some dumb game like that, or Plants vs. Zombies. But it was The Hobbit: Kingdoms of Middle-earth, made by Kabam. And when this first came out, I mean, it was your basic, build a house, takes 5 seconds, get it to level 2, takes 20 seconds, And you have to build up these little cities and stuff. And there was microtransactions, but when the game first started, for the first 6 months, it was pretty easy to get everything on your own without having to buy anything. Now, there were people that spent a lot of money, and there's a couple people in my little clan thing that I'm in that spent upwards of $1,000 or more.
Yeah.
And so, as the game progressed, they've got it so difficult now to get anything, to paying for stuff, that I lost interest.
Playing for so long, did you have stuff built up long enough to keep your interest while you still have those items? Or was it one of those things that you kind of used them pretty frequently when you did have them, and so that's what made you lose interest?
No, I had some good stuff, but here's the thing. Most of the other people were buying the in-game currency and then buying all this other stuff that I was just searching for. And so it made it really hard because they were advancing quicker, they were able to build better troops faster, And like I was just trying to go through and do all this stuff on my own, and it's impossible. There's too much stuff to do and not enough time to do it. And so the microtransactions got so out of hand, I lost interest. And it's like, it was a really good game at first, and then they just complicated it way too much. And they put it way out of reach. Like, for instance, every day you log in, and you'd get a free, you could get a chance at a free thing. And now that free thing is good because you can get, like, resources or, you know, sometimes really rare stuff, but that was way far and few between. I never got anything really good. But then they had like a secondary one that you could spend, like if you had a bunch of tokens saved up, which there was a way that you could save tokens every day. If you save those up, you could spend 6 in the premium chance and get better stuff. Now here's my problem with that. In the regular one, the free one, where you'd only spend 1 token, you could get like resources and, you know, basic troops and stuff like that. That's fine. But in the premium chance, my personal opinion, if you have to spend 6 tokens, which one to get them all for free, you'd have to spend 6 days doing one thing, and you can only do it once every 24 hours, so 6 days. So that's 6 days that you spend to use one chant, and then I'd go and use it, and I'd get freaking resources. Like the same amount on the 1 token one.
I think this is a really big argument that a lot of personalities online have been going through, and I think what it always leads down to by the end of the argument is that microtransactions are fine as long as they do not affect gameplay.
As long as it doesn't turn into pay to win?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is, I think, is where this one's going.
And the problem is at the end of most games' lives, they stretch it out by an extremely long time by changing it to pay to win.
Yeah. And that's what this one's gotten to. And it's ridiculous to do anything now. So it's just not worth it to me. So I'm done.
Yeah. No, I understand. I do. And, you know, that happens. I mean, that's why new games and new franchises are able to come into play. I mean, I know microtransactions are actually kind of fairly new for the most part, or they've become more popular in the recent years, 5 years or so. And I have to say, you know, microtransactions are a way of prolonging a death of a game, a death of the online experience. And the reason being for that is because you're putting money into it. You're putting value into your account, meaning it gives you more of a reason to be intrigued and to stay in longer because you've dedicated not only so much time to that game, but so much money to that game as well.
Yeah, like the couple of friends that I've had that have spent upwards of $1,000.
Well, that's also why one of the reasons why World of Warcraft became so successful. I mean, it wasn't the only reason why, but that's one thing that created its longevity.
No, that's definitely, yeah, because when I paid for World of Warcraft, I mean, that was the reason I'd like to sit down and play it, was because I was paying for it. Mm-hmm. So, but I enjoyed the game too. I mean, they did a lot of things to keep it really fun, but that was the nice thing about World of Warcraft too, is that once you pay that fee, you can get everything. I mean, there are no microtransactions in that game after you pay the monthly fee. So as long as you're paying that fee, you have a chance to get everything in that game.
Mm-hmm.
And that is
there is a few uniques that you can get and whatnot, but that's
but yeah. You know, and then they kind of upped it with Diablo 3 when they actually did the real money auction house, and people actually made really good money on that, which is really sad.
The thing is this is how I like to describe it. Is I like microtransactions as long as it doesn't affect gameplay, and the reason being is because a lot of the times there'll be items that are really, really hard to get. And so what if someone buys it from someone else, right? As long as you can't buy it from a marketplace and it still had to be farmed or what have you to get, right?
Right.
And the reason why I'm okay with those things happening is because people that spend a lot of time or invest a lot of time into a game and they really like it, it's nice to have something that not very many people have. It's nice to say, look at what I have, and only 2% of the players have this item. That's something.
Yeah,
That's an achievement. That's something awesome. It makes you an elite of that game, if that makes sense, or it makes you noticeable in the game. And
well,
that's why I'm okay with
that's what the weekly, dungeons and what are they called, raids and stuff are for too. Which I got a lot of good stuff before the most recent update. I mean, I had a lot of fun doing that, and that was a good time. Getting together every week with the same people and having a good time. And
that's another thing with Warcraft is it had a unique social experience. I mean, that's right now that there's a lot of people that have said the only reason why World of Warcraft is still successful today is because people have put years into that game, almost decades into that, or at least a decade into that game, and because of that, they don't want to give it up because that is way too many memories, and they probably made quite a few of the friends that they talk to every day. They probably met on World of Warcraft if they've been playing that long. And
I know people.
The only reason why they keep on playing is because their friends play, and the only reason why the friends don't quit is because their friends play.
Right. Yep. No, and that's and World of Warcraft is just so well set up and thought out and done so well that that's why Star Wars: The Old Republic didn't work.
It was marketed perfectly. It was designed to attract the widest audience. It was made to always be generating money from every single subscriber every single month, and it was able to draw people in with again, back to their advertising. I mean, what they did, they shelled a lot of money to make sure this was a success. And the thing is, if you spend money, you have to spend money to be successful in any industry. Yep. And that's what Blizzard understood at a very early point in their as a developer. That's what they learned very early on. And the thing is as they become a publisher as well as a developer, and partnered with Activision, inevitably, they have gained enough money to be able to do it the way that they know works.
Mm-hmm. So, Phoenix, you've been quiet.
I have very little to add to this conversation. I played World of Warcraft. I liked it. All of your theories are correct, or at least I agree with them.
So,
no
John,
disapproval.
Or Phoenix, I still gotta fix that. I'm so bad at that, man.
It's whatever, Christian.
Phoenix, you've never been big into PC games, so I guess my question now is...
I was big into PC games.
You were?
When I was little.
When you were little?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 era. I played a lot of PC games then.
You know what game I miss and wish they made a sequel to? I'm not gonna lie.